Hello, hello, hello. All right, you guys, I am on the move right now. So if you hear any crazy cars and stuff, you know why. I just wanted to go live real quick to talk to you guys about this download that had come through for me this morning. We are literally in motion, so I'm just going to be talking it out. Um, for those of you who know me personally, or even some people who follow me on Instagram, I just got back from a beautiful weekend with my girls. I had went to Georgia to a house by the river, and I spent the weekend just connecting with some of the women in my sisterhood, my coven, just really unplugging from life and being able to kind of get together and share updates with our lives and a lot of emotional releasing and just a beautiful experience. Um, Honestly, I didn't know how much I needed it until after really getting home and sitting with everything that I experienced. So, um, for those of you who follow my channel already, you know that I went on a trip with the Hottie Life tribe to Costa Rica last year in November, and I met a lot of really amazing women there. And so we just had decided to get back together this past weekend and, just reunite. A lot of us live all across the U.S., so just being able to kind of come back in one space and see how much we've grown and pour into each other and, release some things was very much needed. And so as I got back home and I've been sitting with everything that I experienced, I really felt called to really cleanse. Obviously, one of the women there, she fed us real good, and I did a lot of eating, but more so just like not even just the food. I think the mental and emotional things that I experienced are still lingering and waiting to be journaled out and waiting to be released. So, with the solar eclipse that's coming up, with the Libra new moon, I really felt called to use this energy to really reset my life. For those of you who are into astrology, you know that with any eclipse, it's the perfect time for removing things out of your life. It's the perfect time for really releasing those things that have been really difficult for you to let go of, and also having the opportunity to kind of press that reset button on life and dig deeper inside of you to figure out what exactly you're needing to reset and release and remove, and to just send things away, okay? We use it to just send things away out of our lives. And so with this um, event that's happening, for me personally, I have a few things that I need to send away, and I think it would be good to do a total cleanse. So that's what this live is about. When I was sitting with myself, sitting with the divine, and really thinking about how I could best use this energy, I had an idea that I should detox my body. And when I was talking to my very good friend, one of the ladies on the trip that I've grown really close to, Tasha, I was telling her that I really wanted to detox, and her birthday is coming up, so she was like, "Girl, I don't know if I can do all that." I was like, "Girl, it's your birthday, okay?" We're both. I'm a Taurus. She is a Libra, so we're both ruled by Venus, and we very much value luxurious experiences, luxurious food. And so I told her, "Girl, I would never expect for you to detox on your birthday, but maybe after." So what I wanted to do is use the shadow period of this eclipse and this new moon energy to really set a firm foundation for fresh changes in my life that I've been waiting and praying and calling in, and I want to open myself up to create the space to receive that. So what will I be doing? All right, so my plan is to take a 3-day cleanse. I'm going to do the day before the solar eclipse slash new moon in Libra, the day of, which is the 14th of October, and the day after the eclipse and new moon, which would be the 15th. So from the 13th of October to the 15th, I will be doing a deep cleanse. How am I doing this? Let's get into it. So some of you guys have probably seen, like, I've done a few, some could say fad diets, or a few challenges. And I was really thinking, like, should I intermittent fast? Like, should I do the one meal a day? Like, what do I need to do to really open myself up to clean and clear out not just food and the things that I've been putting in my body, but more so the mental and emotional toxins that have been opened up and really just overflowing this past weekend. When I say I was crying boohoo tears, it was very healing, but I think it's important that we remember that it takes active release on all of our bodies, our physical body, our mental body, our emotional bodies, our spiritual bodies. They all need to be cleansed out. And during this eclipse, being able to really like push out and release everything, I think it's best to do a full liquid cleanse. So what I will be doing starting from 12 a.m. tomorrow, which is Friday the 13th, I will be only drinking water, liquids. Basically, I will be drinking my coffee. I'm not going to lie because I need my coffee, but I will only be drinking my coffee black. So no sugar, no creamer, just black coffee if needed for energy, or maybe like some green teas like that. When I do drink my teas and stuff, um, I'm gonna make sure that I'm not putting any honey. I normally like to put like a tablespoon of honey in my tea or anything like that. I'm just gonna be drinking my tea without sweetener, and making sure that I am just really staying hydrated. So basically, it's a liquid fast. Now, I really was thinking about it, and I was trying to figure out, okay, like, do I want to include smoothies? Do I want to, put cream in my coffee? Do I want to put honey in my tea and little things like that? And the first thought that I had, honestly, all day as I've been preparing for this, is that I really would like to have sweets, sugar. Like, I have a mean sweet tooth. For anybody that knows me, I have a mean sweet tooth. So the idea of going without the creamer and the sugar in my teas and my drinks, and not having a peanut butter banana smoothie with a little bit of honey in it and some cinnamon, like, it sounds really difficult to me. But I'm being called, and this is my personal journey, I'm being called to really sacrifice and allow myself to fully detox and purge. Um, Again, not just the physical food and for the intention of detoxing physically, but really emotionally, spiritually cleansing myself. So that's what I'm being called to do these next 3 days. I think that it's important that we remember as we manifest and we call in all of these blessings and gifts and things that we've been asking from the universe, that we remember that in order to receive these things, sometimes there are some things that we really need to let go, you know? And so, in order to do that, you got to figure out what's best for you to really open yourself up and figure out where you need to release some things so you can receive these blessings that you've been calling into your life. So, for anybody who's interested in really amplifying and maximizing this solar event that we're going to be going through with the new moon in Libra and with the solar eclipse, I welcome you to join me, of course, and to figure out what you need to remove and release from your life. Now, maybe you don't want to do anything as extreme as me by doing a full, liquid fast. Maybe you don't want to do it for a full 3 days. Maybe you want to only incorporate it on the day of the new moon or the day of the solar eclipse. That's fine too. Or maybe you want to just eat really clean, instead of eating out. You want to just eat wholesome foods and do your cleanse that way. You have to figure out what's best for you. I recommend you sit in with yourself, sit in with, the universe, God, the divine, whatever you want to, refer to your higher power as, and figuring out what can you really sacrifice, what can you release in this time that will allow you to open yourself up to the blessings and to the manifestations that you have been calling in, whether it's a change within your relationship, whether it's calling in genuine friendship where you feel safe, whether it is a new job opportunity, or whether it is a financial move that you've been waiting for, whether it is a health or wellness goal, maybe an illness that you've been experiencing, or just some breakthrough in your personal life. Like, it could be anything, you know what you've been manifesting and working on all this time. I think it's important that you sit down and you really dig deep within yourself to figure out what you can sacrifice and release in this moment to experience that breakthrough that you've been waiting for. Okay? So I wanted to invite you guys, anybody who is in my community who would be interested in doing that with me. For those of you who are not catching this live, I am filming this Thursday, what's today? Thursday the 13th? I think it's the 13th. No, it's the 12th. See y'all. It's the 12th. And I'll be doing this for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's never too late if you see this after the fact and you decide maybe you want to do a 3-day or a 1-day cleanse, detox to allow yourself to open and receive some blessings. I definitely recommend you doing that, especially with this period right now in time. We are in a balancing time with the Libra sun that we're able to really connect and deepen our relationship. And personally, I'm planning to use that energy to deepen and connect with the divine. I want to really commit to showing up to the universe and asking for assistance to just find deeper connection with my higher self, find deeper connection with the divine, so that I'm able to be in a balanced harmony alignment where the communication is clear, where I'm able to have clarity, and where I am able to really sit with myself and know what I want. And I know that that will overflow into my friendships, my relationships, and everything that I come in partnership with moving forward. So yeah, I will be sure to come back and let you guys know how this experience has gone for me. I'll probably do a compilation of my 3 days as far as how I'm feeling, and how I am not only just cutting these things out, but what I'm actually doing to help grow my clarity and to help release. Because not even just not eating, it's about really journaling, it's about getting your feelings out, maybe writing some stuff out and burning it. There's so many ways you can really detox and release. So I'll be sharing some of the ways that I do this over this period of time. And I did weigh in on the scale today because, for some people, maybe it is a physical thing that you are experiencing that you want to jumpstart, like being healthier in your life and being able to really get into a routine. I know that's something for me I'm manifesting, getting back into a routine of vitality and wellness, moving my body and making sure that I prioritize the things that I put inside my body. So when I stepped on the scale today, I was 284, and I will be sure to weigh in after Sunday is over, so probably Monday morning, and let you guys know how much weight I did lose. I will say this, weight is not always the most important thing, but it does matter. And this is a quick side note before I get off of here. When I went on my trip to Georgia, I decided to only take a carry-on. And me being me, I'm trying to stuff hella shit in my carry-on. I had a duffel bag. And so, of course, it's ladies' night, so we want to bring games, karaoke. I packed mostly pajamas. I didn't have a lot of clothes, to be honest, but I had a lot of tarot decks, oracle decks, my journal, 2 books. I was packing heavy. And it was so heavy to the point where, when I got to the airport, I realized I had overpacked, and I was struggling to carry my bags because I didn't have my partner with me. I was on my own. And so I'm carrying this bag, and it's so heavy, and I'm literally telling my friend, Tasha, I'm like, girl, this bag is so heavy, my back hurts, I don't know if I'm going to make it. When I get to Georgia, I'm going to have to buy a new carry-on because I can't do this. I need wheels, literally. And so I make it through. It was a long journey there, but I finally made And I get to the cabin, we have a good time. We do play the games, you know. I ended up packing exactly what I needed to, but it's funny because some of the ladies had little gifts for us and things like that. Like Jess had given us these really cute journals where we were able to write things that we want to release and burn the pages. Tasha had given us these instant matches, which I had never seen before. And so it's perfect. It was so in alignment that we were able to use those gifts together to release something. So I have some cups and just little things like that that I added to my bag. And as you know, I'm packing to come home. Of course, I'm putting my dirty clothes all in a bag, and I'm packing up my journals, my books that I never read, by the way. Never even touched. I mean, I showed my books off, but I never actually read them. I did use my journal, of course, and my tarot decks, and things like that. But anyways, long story short, I'm packing all my stuff up, and I'm going back to the airport to fly back home to California. I kid you not, I had to have more items in my bag coming home, but for some reason, that bag felt lighter. It was not as difficult for me to carry, and I don't know if it's how I packed it or what it is, but what I really came to realize once I made it home was there was a lot of mental and emotional and spiritual baggage that I had carried with me to Georgia. And of course, it didn't register to me as I'm carrying this bag that is heavy as hell and I got a whole lot of stuff in it. That what it really was the mental and emotional and just all the shit that I had going on in my life that I was ready to get away from. And I felt it physically in my bag. And so as I come home, after all the beautiful release and lighting candles and cleansing myself and all my chakras and the water and everything that I was able to do to really release that, my bag physically felt less heavy on the way home, and I had more stuff in it. I had experienced so much healing, and yet my bag felt lighter. So I think it's going to be important to also let you guys know, the amount of weight that I will lose, because I feel like in 3 days you wouldn't expect anyone to lose much, maybe 6 pounds, but I'd love to see how the emotional, mental, spiritual releasing will actually manifest in pounds as well when it comes to this detox. So yeah, I've said all that to say that this is what I will be endeavoring on these next couple of days. If you would like to join me, please do. You don't have to make an announcement about it. If you feel comfortable enough to share it in the comments, that's fine. Or you can always message me privately on The Love Journey on Instagram and let me know, what you are detoxing. If you'd like to share what you've been trying to manifest and call into your life. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this. A part of me making this change on my Instagram was me sharing more truth and the deeper side of my reality and what I do as a person to just keep myself well and to learn myself and to love myself more. And so this is something that's very personal that I'm sharing with you guys in the hopes that it inspires you to realize that you can call in more into your life when you're willing to be open and release things. So with all of that being said, I'm going to keep my eyes on the road because I've been talking and driving at the same time, and luckily I haven't had to cuss anybody out on here where you guys can hear me because I'm literally on my best behavior right now. But I'm going to go ahead and say peace to you guys. Sending you so much love. I hope that this week treats you well. If you don't do the detox, I still hope that this new moon